This is Natalina Love, and I'm here with Rori Raye, our feminine energy genius. So, what if you work someplace where there are attractive men, gloriously gorgeous men? Should you use your feminine energy wiles to pull them in? Can you bring a man in like that at the workplace? And what's even appropriate? This is a conversation topic that comes up every once in a while, and it's all like, what's appropriate? What should we do? What shouldn't we do? And can we handle it? Either way.
Brilliant question. And it's so logical. I mean, you spend so much time at work, and if you're an entrepreneur, you're still online with people all the time. You have staff, you are working with people in the outside world. It's a logical place to meet people socially, to make friends, and to meet men. And even if you meet them outside at the lunchroom or the bar down the street or the Starbucks, you would likely meet somebody that is also at your work or in your line of work, in law, in medicine. So the bottom line here, the most important thing, if you have one takeaway here, would be, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Feminine energy is about not doing. So you don't do anything. Should you use your feminine wiles? Well, you don't use your feminine wiles. You're always in your feminine energy, and we're here to learn how to be in our feminine energy 100% of the time, no matter what's going on, no matter the stress, no matter the deadlines, no matter the pressure from people all around you telling you what they need for you to do in that moment. That the action is not the instigator. In other words, the task is not the thing that starts you. The attractive man does not encourage you to do something, a task. Now, this, if you can just kind of get into yourself here with this, it's just going to open all the doors of your mind and literally change your life. I mean, think about this, or just feel into it. First of all, you want to start experiencing the world with an empty mind. In other words, a mind empty of planning, of what am I doing next? And every time you get the feeling of a trigger and all of a sudden you feel a little anxious, or you feel like, got to solve something, there's a problem, which is what work is often about, right? Solving instant problems. So whenever you are hit with that, to feel the energy that makes you want to go right into your head and figure it out, that makes you want to stiffen up your whole body, just kind of corral the stress and stop it and keep it in a little cage and just do the task at hand. Well, when emergencies happen, that's really not what happens. When an emergency happens, you completely drop all your mental activity and you go from a deeply instinctive, intuitive place, and you just start feeling your way through. Talk to firefighters, talk to people who are emergency uh, medical officers. They're not processing mentally when things occur. They are working from everything they've learned, everything instinct they have, and from their natural, put them into that profession. Like we always say, there are people who run towards danger, run to danger, and there are people who run away. I'm a runner away from it, danger. That was my teaching throughout my life. Stay away from sidewalks. This, you'll fall down. Don't do that. It was always looking for the potholes. My life, waiting for the other shoe to drop. That was how I was trained. And to undo that and look for the shoes and enjoy the shoes, that has been my personal thing for my whole life. And it might be yours. And if it is, write me, because I'm happy to share how I have overcome so much of that. I walk every day out my front door, and I walk, and I'm so lucky to have green area in front of me. And I notice when I am going into my head, and I notice that because I've walked 10, 20, 30 feet without actually seeing anything, without actually feeling anything. I was in my head, and I stop. And most often what I do is I go back and I start over again. And I just can feel the difference. It's like my energy goes from here to down here. So notice whether your energy is up here figuring stuff out, trying to get through the day, and then at the end of the day, you're exhausted and you don't even know what happened, to dropping down into your feelings and experiencing every moment. It will not slow you down. And that's a big thing. You need to know it's not going to slow you down. It's going to actually speed you up. Things go much more quickly when your head doesn't get in the way. And you actually can do things in a correct order that is not chaos distracted once you get out of your head and you go downstairs into your whole body. I heard my phone ring. I'm just going to leave it there. I'll probably do it again. So now that we've kind of cleared away this doing thing at work, so you see a handsome man, you're immediately going to want to go, "Oh, what shall I do? I should smile. I have to remember everything modern siren that I need to do. What should I do? Well, shall I say something to him? Should I?" And then your thoughts go, what's he thinking? What's he doing? And oh, that is masculine energy. So you want to notice that and go, handsome man, and then feel it. You're going to feel little butterflies. You're going to feel horror. You're going to feel everything from your past patterns about a man that you're attracted to. You're going to feel terrible about yourself. You're going to start ragging on yourself. You're going to start doing all kinds of things that don't feel good. And you're also going to feel fluttery and you're going to feel confused. Feel it. After you do this a few times, you'll get used to it. And that's the trick. It's like the scales. You get used to this depth of feeling instead of this up here, I'm thinking my way through it. That's the practice, the depth of feeling, and just let your whole body go and just be there. You may just flutter your eyes. You may make a stupid look on your face. You may feel silly. You may feel like running. Just feel it all. Next time, you'll be able to stand there longer and just be there and then experience that handsome man. Just experience him. Wow. And if you find yourself staring at him, it's like, whoops, whatever goes on in your mind, whatever goes on in your heart, just feel it. You do that all day long. In other words, you don't have a plan. You're not like, oh, I want to attract him. Oh, I want him to know. You just feel him. You feel it. And you feel your next move at work all at the same time. They do not crash against each other. Somehow your body and your mind, without your trying to prime it, it just works. Your brain works in an order. It will naturally gather together your steps that need to come first and need to come second and need to come third without you planning it or writing it down. And if you all of a sudden, you ever feel in the zone and you all of a sudden go, oh, I know exactly how this needs to unfold, that's when you write it down. I just came up with this. First I do that, then I do that, then I do that, then I do that. I have a checklist. But it came from the experiential part of you, not the planning part of you. So this is a practice. It's just a plain old practice. You should be able to get almost all of this from the Business Sirens Handbook. And I'll put a link down below. It's a simple investment and it's kind of explains everything, how love is the currency rather than the action of the masculine energy. And don't worry about the action. It's going to happen anyway. Your feminine energy is just going to allow your inner boy to do the job and it will just get done. That's how it works. The feeling leads to the action, not the reverse, not the, I got to go into action and then hopefully that will work. So you probably have questions about how this feels. Now let's get into the last part of this, which is, and then I'm going to have Natalie to translate all of this that I'm saying. It's so dry out here. My hair is just, lost all this curl on it. It's a little sad. I didn't put some stuff in it. So, see, my mind just went somewhere else there. My heart just went somewhere else because I saw a picture of myself. So in order for me to get back on track with you, I just said it. This is also my training as an actress. It's like if I'm on a stage and I'm in a deeply sad moment on stage and I'm an actress and all of a sudden the helicopter comes right above the building and blankets everything. The last thing in the world, I'll block it out and pretend it's not there and hope the audience doesn't notice it. The first thing I want to do is experience it and look up and let the audience feel that I am aware that this helicopter, even if I'm in a period piece, just feel that there's something there. The audience will all of a sudden incorporate the helicopter into the experience because they'll feel you not blocking it out. Otherwise, they're going to struggle. Helicopter, period piece, helicopter, period piece. So this is the same thing at work. Handsome man, got to do this project. Handsome man, got to do this project. Just embrace the whole darn thing, and you will start to become bigger and more available, and your heart will start to open more, and you will just be more magnetic, period. The whole idea is for everybody and everything to come at you all the time. You're never trying to block men. So they should all be standing around your desk all the time. Let it happen. They should all be taking you to lunch. They should all want to talk about business with you. They should all smile at you. They should all see you as a welcoming, open vessel of experiential experience, of feeling and emotion, like this well of intuition and this comfort space where you become comfortable with all of this stuff going on with you. You just become comfortable instead of trying to push pieces of it away and put puzzle pieces together of yourself. You're just a bunch of puzzle pieces, and you can feel them all, and the colors and the shapes. Am I coming across it all? I hope in some trying to express the chaos here, what that feels like, and how it can be lovely and sexy and open, and how people are attracted to that. Men, women, children, money is attracted to that. Success is attracted to that. It's no different than being aware of not pushing money away, which most of us do because we were raised to not think it was a good thing. Or we as women weren't supposed to be successful in this way, or we weren't supposed to be respected in the workplace or heard, and that's the answer. So I ask you out to lunch, go talk business. Just don't flirt, because flirting is your natural self. Don't consciously, oh, I've got to be cute. Just be all these crazy feelings that you have inside you. And this was the last part. Women have a really bad rap of being chatterers, of just talking and having no filters. And this is what riffing can do for you. Riffing teaches you to do that and have a stream of consciousness. And it enables you to allow that to go on with yourself without necessarily verbalizing it among people. In other words, we are blurters and blasters of everything inside us because we never feel heard, and we're desperate to feel heard. So once you start feeling heard by yourself first and by other people who are showing you that they're hearing you by coming towards you and looking at you and connecting with you with the eyes and closer to your desk, closer physically, paying attention to you when you're leading a presentation, asking you questions in a room when you're paying attention, any of those things. And if you're pushing people away through trying or leaning forward or getting in your masculine energy, you will know that because people will just lean away from you and you'll go, whoa, I got this. And then if you start dating people at work, whatever you're off, if you're in an office, whatever that policy is, make sure you know what that policy is. Just make sure you know what the policy is and ask, can I date? I'm not, and if you're in an office where you're not allowed to be social with the people, that's a problem. Let's all talk about that. That's problematical. That's going to cause a thing. Be social. There should be mixers and lunches and all kinds of teamwork. Get to know people. Let them get to know you. Just let it all happen. And if you meet more than one man and start dating more than one man at work, talk to Natalina here in Siren Island. Talk to me through comments. Get a coach who knows what to do in that situation to help you circular date in the work world. Because that is, I think, the thing you're most afraid of, is of reputation and stuff like that. So just take it slow, connect. All right, Natalie, you're going to make sense of this and field questions. I know it.
Oh, so the first thing that I heard out of all of this is like, let yourself take an artist walk through your whole life, through the work that you do.
Yes, that's brilliant.
What is the artist walk? It's seeing, feeling, I'm like tasting, maybe even all of the things going on, not just on your way from your car to inside of your workplace, but like, see, how are you even seeing what's going on in front of you? Expanding and this really landed for me when you said this, is this expanding our energy. We talk about this a lot for the Siren, modern Siren, the Rori Raye Siren philosophy is all about expanding your energy, explore, experiment. And like this concept, how often do we do this? We try to block something out. It's like, okay, I'm staying focused, I'm doing good, but you know, the whole room only has a divided focus. And I've noticed you do this in so many different moments where you point out, oh, there's a plane, or oh, my dog's barking, or and then we just feel like we're inside the same room with you. We feel more connected. We feel like there's a more intimate space unfolding. And it really, for a lot of us, this feels wrong at first. It can really feel wrong at first. But this is really pulling in without like effortlessly. It's a very, very effortless way to bring in all of that energy without trying to tug, without trying to pull. It's just a gathering, a welcoming. It's an invitation to make a bigger space. And that bigger space has such an incredible magnetic quality to it. Yes, come sit with me. And that imagery of, okay, can you imagine all of these men just circling your desk, like leaning, you know, coming over, just kind of gravitating towards you. Maybe this is way too big and scary of an image. Maybe you can just imagine like there's some kind of gravitational pull to your desk and see how see how either scary or thrilling that feels just to, in your imagination, first feel this. I mean, the way that Rori shows up in this, like the skill of appreciating, listening, enjoying, and just letting yourself just feel all the energy of the people around you, like that can become something really, really wonderful. So I know for some of us, just the idea alone may sound really radical, and that may have us going to, well, what if he's too shy? What if you're doing that for yourself so that you go into masculine energy? Maybe you're not so confident or trusting of your own feminine energy world that you want to jump into masculine energy. Let me help him. Let me say something. Let me do something. When in reality, you're already doing it. And maybe we're just a little scared of that very natural power. So we go to flirting. I need to be cute. I need to I hope he likes me, instead of just what is it that you are feeling? What is real? And that's something that we are always, always, always coming back to. Is that a fair recap there?
That was brilliant. Thank you. Just to hear it from your point of view. And I'd love to hear all the points of view. I'd love to hear your point of view. And be sure you leave comments. This is going to be a video cast on YouTube. Leave comments there. Be a podcast. Leave comments there. You may see it on my blog. Comments there. And if you're here and you want to ask a question, please do, and we'll take apart your personal situation, because that's the idea of being here.